Well, for solo travellers around the world, it can be your most trusted companion, the travel guide that gets you from A to Z and everywhere in between. But what if it could talk to you? Take a look at this.
In the 18th century, this area was known as the Ghetto dell'Inglese, English ghetto, because of the number of foreigners that descended here. Anyone foreign was lumped in with the English.
It is unbelievable. What you're looking at there is Lonely Planet, high-tech version with its guides. Joining us now is today's IT editor, Charlie Brown. I want to get to that very quickly, but first of all, community service.
Yeah, we've talked about Dell and Apple battery recall on notebook PCs. This is my IBM that I bought 2 years ago. I'm getting a new laptop battery because this one's been recalled as well. So if you own an IBM or Lenovo notebook PC, go to the fact sheet. There's a link there. Read the website, and it will tell you whether your Lenovo or IBM laptop is affected by a worldwide recall of the batteries.
Righto. Let's talk about these Lonely Planet. This is a great idea.
This is absolutely fantastic. Lonely Planet, great Australian company, have now brought out these Passport To discs. Now, basically what it means is, just say you're going to Rome, popular overseas destination, you pop one of these, you pop a little disc into the back of your PlayStation Portable, which is a very popular portable gaming system, and all of a sudden you're being shown video clips of Rome. You can go on audio walking tours. So just say you go to the Trevi Fountain in Rome. You pinpoint on the map where you are, you load up a walking tour. For the next half an hour you're walking around Rome with commentary of all the buildings that you're looking at.
Wow.
As well as that, there's maps, there's pictures, there's hints and phrases, places to go, all that kind of stuff, but on a little disc that you put into your PlayStation Portable. It's a great
when you say phrases, how does that work?
Well, you just go through and it's got little ideas and phrases of places that you can go to in Rome. So it's got it's a very basic translator, and we've got a better translator for you to talk about in a sec. But just Rowdy's got the disc with him in his hands.
How much are these?
This
discs?
is $50 each for each disc. So, but they've got Prague, Paris, Barcelona, Amsterdam.
You could essentially go to Europe for under $28,000.
You basically put in, instead of buying a book per location you go to, you buy a disc per location, and you take the one PlayStation Portable device and flip the discs in, and off you go.
That's a great idea.
Now, the other thing that we've got is this thing called the Talkman, which Rowdy has got in his hands. Now, just say Rowdy is in Rome, he's at the Piazza, he's meeting girls.
He wouldn't be meeting girls because he's off the list now. Right. He might be meeting a bloke, though.
Whoever he's meeting, he's at the Piazza, and he wants to converse in Italian.
Yeah.
Now, he loads up his little Talkman on the PlayStation Portable, and he speaks into it, and then he asks the question,
"What's my name?"
"What's your name?"
Hey, we're old friends.
And then he clicks on the thing, and off it goes, and it pops up a little list, and it says, "Are you saying, what is your name?" And then it'll say back to him, in Italian, "What's your name?" So he can now converse with Italians in their native Italian language. But it's not just Italian, it's Japanese, German, French. Doesn't matter what country you go to in Europe, you're going to be able to converse in that native language. And the other great thing is, you got a mate who's German maybe, comes over to Australia, doesn't speak any English. Well, you can set the Talkman to be in German, and then he can then converse with everybody in English.
Where do I find pork knuckle?
I'm not sure it's going to have something that specific, but it does have words and phrases for in restaurant situations, whether you're trying to catch a taxi, looking for a hotel, those kinds of things. And it is, the great thing about it is it's very fast to navigate through, and because you're talking into it, you say, "How do I get to this hotel?" And it flicks it back in whatever language you want.
We should talk about the cost involved with this thing. It's another great contraption.
Well, this is $80. Is that it? For the disc. You've got to buy the PlayStation Portable, which is about $40, but $400, sorry. But a lot of parents have bought their kids these PlayStation Portables. So when you go overseas, grab that off the kids, add one of these, and you're translating.
Now, the PlayStation 3 is coming out next year. Will the price of this one come down as well?
Different products. This is a portable gaming system. Oh, look, this product will have been out for about a year and a half by then. I'm sure it might have. I'm not going to predict what Sony's going to do with their pricing structure, but PlayStation 3 will be out in March next year. So it was going to be November, now it's March.
And they'll be about, what, $750 or something?
$1,000.
Really?
Yeah. But we'll talk to you about that a little bit later in the year, but it's going to be a pretty good product. It's going to be fairly solid.
That portable's fantastic too.
It is.
Thank you very much, Charlie.
Details on the website.
Lovely.